And the Scarlet Knights ready to kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Straight ahead, it's Lacy. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Dante Moore. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Dante Moore wants to throw again. He's going to let it go. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Here's Moore to throw. Out wide left, it's Harbor. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Again, it's Moore. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's a big mistake here early in this game, and I know how that feels for a quarterback. You're playing on the road. You want to come out in the first drive. You want to march it down the field. You want to throw a touchdown pass, but you got to be careful, and you can't be too greedy. I think he got a little bit ahead of himself on that last throw. Going to be really important he settles himself down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw, it's Chambliss. Look out! He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
Trying to make one miss.
The return is tackled down at the 37, and the LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Quick give. It's Lacy. He's past the sticks. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Moore. Fires to the right. Got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Rutgers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up 7-2. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Throwing, Moore. Right side, it's Lacy. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab outside. It's Lacy. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
On the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Rutgers has it back, they'll send the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Throws to the tight end. Left side is Green. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Scarlet Knights with the 1st and 10. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player...
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dante Moore throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Davis. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Moore to the air. Out wide left, it's Harbor. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Moore from the gun on third down. Right side, it's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Caught. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. Moore to the air again. Pulls it in. It's Lacy. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. LSU lining up first and goal. Moore will throw. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Hits the hole. It's Dickey. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass. It's Chambliss. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Dickey. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run him again. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Tough run here. It's Sticky. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. Burrowing for yardage. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
The Scarlet Knights will try to move the chains on 4th down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Moore throws for the tight end. That's caught. It's Davis. He's loose. He's at the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
First and goal, LSU.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. Throws to the tight end. Left side is Green. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.